Hey everybody, Jim from Slick Cyber Systems. So, does your business need a firewall, and what security do you need for your business? It's been a question and topic that every business in the world faces and must face because there are laws out there that are protecting our data, our meaning you as a human, as a citizen of the United States of America, and there's laws out there to protect you. So I'm going to briefly talk a little bit about that and what you should be using and what you should have, and why you should call us, because chances are you probably are not adequately protected today. So here we go. So the federal government has three. Now I'm going to start with the feds, and we're going to kind of back up a little bit and go back to state. State is far more regulated, especially in the state of Pennsylvania, which is where we are here. But from the feds overall, they're trying to get mandates passed across the board, and they've made several attempts. Pardon the glasses you have to go on. I need to reference some of the material because look, I remember a lot of IT stuff. I don't necessarily remember the jargon. But so HIPAA, obviously, is one, which is the Health Information Privacy Act. That is actually Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. So there you go. Bottom line is it's protecting health information. So if you are a healthcare provider, there is a federal law in HIPAA that requires you to protect patient data. Patient is your customer, so customer data, patient data. And you are required by federal law to keep that protected. So I'm sure you must have all had this training. I had to go through the training multiple times, and we stay current with it, and we're reading about it constantly, so we understand. So outside of just the patient record stuff that you deal with, like, can my mother see this, or my spouse see this, and you got to sign a million forms, which hits mental retardation to me, but whatever. But where the important part is, and what I'm trying to get across to you is, I don't care if you are a single doctor that's running a practice by themselves, if you're a chiropractor, if you are a huge doctor's office, a hospital, a surgery center. I don't care how small or how big you are required by law, federal law, and actually also Pennsylvania state law, to have an adequate security appliance. I'll call it a firewall, but it's a security appliance to protect your network, required by law, folks. This is not a joke. It's real. So you can go to prison if you get breached. Period. The end. I care if you go to prison. I do and I don't. If you're not doing anything about it to help yourself, then I don't care. But, if you want to do something about it, and you should be. So care about your customers' data, patient data, customers' data. So what kind of appliance are we looking at? I personally am a SonicWall fanatic. I like those products. So those appliances and appliances like it are called UTMs, or Unified Threat Management Appliances. And they are much more than just a firewall. And I don't want to get into the heavy duty. This is meant to be more of an executive, high-level business orientation to this subject, and not a highly technical one. I certainly could make it that, but that's not the purpose of the video. So there's a firewall which blocks certain types of traffic and certain types of intrusion. There is another thing called an intrusion detection. Intrusion detection means somebody's trying to hack your network, and the firewall, the UTM appliance, is smart enough to detect that they're doing it. But that doesn't do anything about it. It's just kind of, well, if they break in, they break in. I'm just telling you about it. It's like the Monitor commercial when the guy robs the bank, and the other guy, well, I'm just telling you about it. I'm a Monitor. Now, in SonicWall world, and several other, not several, but a few other appliances, there's intrusion detection and prevention. So that is an active service that is watching this potential intruder. And again, I don't want to get into the tech of it, but it also then will block them, their port that they're trying to come in on, or their scan, their IP address. So it's doing a lot of proactive management to keep that bad guy from breaking into yours, and then he's just going to probably, he or she will move on to the next one and call it a day. So therefore, you've just saved yourself some jail time, a lot of fines, and probably your practice. Because once people realize you've been breached, they're not going to come to you anymore. I wouldn't. There is actually more that these devices do. They're looking gateway antivirus, gateway anti-spyware. So there's again, a SonicWall thing is they can grab capture ATP. It's called, where it'll grab the file that you're trying to download. So you're trying to download a file, or a file comes down through as an attachment to email. It's going to grab that file, and it's actually going to upload it real time to to a very secure server. Let's leave it at that. And it's a class 3, level 3 DoD compliant, HIPAA compliant server, and it's going to try to open it in what's called a sandboxed environment. And if it is a good file, then it's simply just going to let everything pass through, delete the file. There's no trace of it other than what comes to you. Done, said and done. However, it's a bad one. It's going to try to it's going to see there's a payload inside because the payload's going to unleash itself. So not only are they going to be able to say, "Ooh, that file's bad," and block it from coming through your UTM appliance, but it also, if it's a new one, they've just thwarted off a 0-day attack. That's a 0-day attack, by the way, something you don't know about yet. And so there's more and more and more that the device can do. And then, of course, security software internally. But, if you don't have that device, let's just say you have a home Netgear router or a home Linksys router. It might say Cisco on it. So Cisco and it's the same. Don't confuse Cisco firewalls just aren't at the same level that SonicWall and even Barracuda are. They're far inferior. I apologize to any Cisco fans. I've done multi-million-dollar Cisco installs, so it's not that I don't like it, but you've got to spend a shit ton of money in order to make a Cisco perform even remotely close to a SonicWall. And you might as well do the SonicWall because it's just better. Period. I'm not saying Cisco doesn't do what they do well. They do. That's not one of them. So that being said, if you're running like an ASA 400, if you're running, again, a Netgear or some type of appliance like that, you might as well just kiss it goodbye, throw it out the frickin' door, give us a call, and we're going to put a real device in. So let's get on to some different subjects. The glasses have to go on. The guy's getting old there. Give me a break. So we also have the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, and that is, as well as the Homeland Security Act. Of course, you know what Homeland Security Act is. It's really kind of federal government protecting our borders. So, but the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act is interesting because we Obama and crew, not that I'm a fan, but they actually did try to do something good, and that was to impose regulations on all businesses, regardless. If you can have any customer data inside, so this is healthcare and beyond, every business. They're putting an amendment on. It's in place. In 2016, the ball actually got rolling with an executive order from Obama. One of the few things he did good. Sorry. And it's still carrying on now, that there will be an addendum to that act that is going to basically say, if you're a business and you have any type of customer data, you are required to have a UTM, or they call it adequate protection. It's a UTM appliance, folks. If you read through the thousands of pages, in the proposals and the bills, etc., that's what it boils down to, is the UTM appliance. So it's you're quickly and surely becoming federal law that you're going to have to do that. Now, at Pennsylvania state law, we already have that. So Pennsylvania state law, if you hold credit card or transact credit card information at all, you are required by law to have a UTM appliance in place. And so that basically means every retail store out there, if you accept a credit card, you better have one of these devices, or you are breaking the law. And yes, it can entail major fines and even prison time. if you get hacked. And think about what it's going to do to your business. It's going to trash your business. It's going to ruin you overnight. So that's as far as I'm going to take it from this high-level overview, business overview. Bottom line is, folks, is there's not a business that can escape this, and it's getting worse. Cybersecurity is becoming a bigger and bigger and bigger threat to the world. We're seeing on the news every day, Russia and China and all these other countries. It is going to be the next war, folks. Next war is not going to be on the ground. It's not going to be in the air. It's going to be cyber. I've said that for years, and I truly believe that that's what's going to happen. We've already started to see some inklings of that starting to happen, post-election, pre-election, post-election, of President Trump, and I think he's trying to do as good a job as he can with everybody fighting him, backwards. And I'm not saying he's perfect. He's, every man is flawed, every woman is flawed in some way. We're human, but you've got to understand that we're all trying to do the best that we can. So this CEO here, who's trying to tell you right now that you are potentially flawed if you do not have a proper device in protecting your network, you're going to end up in hot water one way or another, either loss of business or worse. That's pretty bad. So give us a call, man. It takes a couple of minutes. We could tell you about some pricing. Obviously we need to know a little bit about your business to configure the right one, and what you're going to be doing with it. But not the device, but your internet connection. Sorry, you could have cloud services, EMR, out in cloud, what have you. And by the way, cloud services, the more you put in, the bigger firewall's got to be, because it's got to protect more data going in and out. So good old cloud. Give us a call, 570-371-5800. Option 1 is for Slick Cyber Systems, and then option 1 again is for sales. You can talk to a human being and actually get some real information. You can visit us online at www.slickcybersystems.com, and there is information there. And in the upper right-hand corner, I believe, you can also visit our Facebook page, our YouTube page, Twitter page, this page, that page, everybody's page. And you know how the social media stuff goes. It's never-ending and getting worse. Sorry, wake up, snooze fest. I don't like social media, but it is what it is. It's a requirement today. So please give us a call. Oh, you can also email us, sales@slickcybersystems.com, and we'll respond to you that way as well. But by all means, give us a call. Let us help protect your business. We can protect you from a lot of trouble and a lot of problems. And believe me, we put these devices in all the time, all over the place. We know them well. We're a silver partner for SonicWall, so we can definitely help you out. Give us a shout. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.